I think servers have the right to make money, but if it's pay to win and if it's gambling, that's the big thing. People lose it when they're addicted, and then they
Yeah.
they hurt themselves or others. Like, this is a real thing. I'd say I'm a bit of a troll.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Slopallax channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking with Zman1064. Zman is mostly known for the video titled Destroying a LGBTQ pay-to-win Minecraft server, where he went on a server called 3D SMP. That server was trying to profit off a marginalized group. This interview is from my full-length documentary exposing unregulated gambling in Minecraft and massive creators profiting off certain loopholes. I highly recommend you watch that before watching this video. Anyways, here's my conversation with Zman1064. This is Zman1064. I'm standing because I don't
What's
wanna
going
look short.
on? He's standing up.
I'm standing up a bit, gotta wake up a bit, even though it's like midday. I wake up. I start.
Is it midday for you?
Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock for me.
It's like 8. It's
Yeah.
like 8.
I usually
9.
what I do is I usually work till about like 2 a.m. and then wake up at 10. So my sleep schedule is a little cooked. I just want to make sure I'm in the center.
Yeah, I used to be on that back in the day.
That's why I've
been doing this
the
for
sauce.
a bit, actually. He's got the white monster. I never got into the white monster.
The white monster, it's good because it's like got no sugar. So enough yap. This is all gonna be cut out of the documentary anyway.
Okay. Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'll let you know I'm recording now. I'll probably upload like some kind of unedited thing on a second channel, so if people want, they can see
Right.
if you want,
yeah, for sure,
I can send you the documentary.
I'm fine with
before. So what's gonna happen is I've got some questions about sort of your experiences in this community, as well as your experience with other creators as well. And I said we'll just start rolling with it. So what originally drove you to start exposing these pay-to-win Minecraft servers?
Well, initially for me, it was actually I actually was initially exposing servers on another game, Unturned, for like a long time. And one day I was like, I'll try to do a Minecraft one. And I did it, and it worked out. And now I do it. And it's but the reason I started the anti-pay to win thing is because I had bad experiences with pay to win servers. I would try to play, and it would be a completely unfair experience for me and anyone I was playing with, because we've got people paying money and then getting the most overpowered shit to just rock your oh wait, I shouldn't swear, I'm sorry. That's the one freebie.
I'm not
they give you
swear, but it's his choice.
They get the most overpowered stuff. The poor people can't get overpowered stuff, obviously. And I wouldn't say I'm poor, but at that time, it's like, I'm not spending $50 on this server. It's ridiculous. I think servers have the right to make money, but if it's pay to win and if it's gambling, that's the big thing. So we've been going after servers that have crates. Any crate, it's usually overpowered, but crates, gambling, stuff like that, it's just like a slippery slope to have kids have access to, and no one wants to moderate it, I guess, at Mojang or Microsoft or anywhere. So someone has to take up the job for the better of, I think, everybody. So that's why I do it, and that's why I think a few of my friends do it. I think they do it for the same reasons, although I won't speak for them, but I think they do it for the same reasons.
Was there a specific moment or Minecraft server that made you realize that something had to change in the community?
Definitely servers like Jackpot MC, where the owner was making fun of Duper Trooper for being addicted to gambling. He's making jokes about it, and he's like being snobby, like, yeah, dude, I'm getting all these kids addicted. Like, you're just a like a bad dude, probably low self-esteem, because he is a little fat. Like, it's not good. So look, I'm only talking shit on the guy because, dude, I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm only talking smack on the guy because he's making fun of my boy, and it's like, people lose it when they're addicted, and then
Yeah.
they hurt themselves or others. Like, this is a real thing. I've gotten stories and accounts from people about it. It's a real problem, dude. And like, it's
Yeah. I've
sad
seen
like
a lot
that
of
a
it
lot of people
recently.
don't care about it. No, it's like
It's really
crazy.
bad.
So, and when I saw the jackpot owner making fun of it, that's when I realized all these guys are crooks, and this whole thing needs to go down. So I've been ramping it up. I've been ramping up the antics. Like, me and Owo invented the pineapple method of crashing a server. It's the most devastating way to crash a server I think ever. I got it already filmed. I'm gonna put it out soon. I think we went on jackpot on that stream too, which is the cherry on top. I think. Don't quote. I don't even remember. But it was good. It was a good stream. And no, yeah, it was like jackpot and that guy just talking shit. It's like, dude, you're you're not only are you acknowledging that you're doing something wrong, but you're laughing and like flaunting on how you're never gonna get reprimanded. Like, he will. He's gonna get reprimanded. I think this lawsuit, like Kian filed, the big one against Mojang, I think that might do something. We can only hope. That the only thing we could do is hope, though. That I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I know I'm the content lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a real, like,
Not
so I'm not
not so
well
much.
versed in law. But yeah, yeah, I was definitely jackpot
Mm.
for
Would you
sure.
how would you sort of see yourself in this community? You see yourself as like a whistleblower or as an entertainer, or is there something you would describe your content as to people that might not understand it?
I'm an entertainer. It's I do it because I like it, and I try to do what I can with the platform I have because, I got this platform. I might as well try to do something good with it. So if I can call out scammers and pay to win servers or YouTubers that fake their content or something along those lines, I'll do it. No regrets. And I think a lot of people like that because it's a way of approaching it that people haven't really approached it. It's like old school. I'm trying to do it the old school way. I'm trying to do YouTube the old school way. I'm not trying these like gamey shorts strategies or uh I don't try to snub people by uploading the same day as them because they're hot and they've got it going on. Like, I don't try to do any of that. I just try to do it legit. And I think that goes a way longer way with the viewer than if you're like someone like Kobe, for example, the not the basketball player, rest in peace. The guy he was on Twitter. I made a video about it.
So,
I made a video
oh
about
yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
the
the worst
worst
content
Minecraft
creator.
YouTuber, some funny title. And he like was tweeting about how he's Sigma and all that. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah,
you're just rage baiting. Like, look, these
yeah,
people, sure, you get insane growth, but then it stops, and then you're a nobody. People don't know you.
yeah.
Some guy got to 17 million subs off of shorts in like a few days. No one knew who he was. No one cares. Do it the legit way. That's what I try to do. So I'd say just an entertainer. Maybe I don't know. Is it activism? Am I an activist?
Maybe. I guess you're trying to like perpetuate like a narrative about these things you believe in and stand up for that. Also for the unedited
For sure.
interviews, snubbing, to what Z-Man was referring to earlier, is when if you're a smaller creator and you post a video on a topic first and then a bigger creator or someone else posts a video after that, that video blows up, but the video posted first kind of dies and flatlines because people want to see the video posted by the bigger YouTuber. So that's kind of what
It's
it
unfortunate
is.
that it happens. Even I've even had my own friends do it to me, and they were the ones that showed me the what
Was that
snubbing even was. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Was that intentional,
So
do you reckon? Or was it just like a coincidence type thing?
I think it was partial. Personally, I think it was partially intentional. I think uh Yeah, I do. Honestly, I do, but I'm
Because
not
I never heard about snubbing or
too
anything like
fussed.
this from.
I'm not too fussed about it.
Mm,
I probably shouldn't have even brought it up. I just because it is bullshit. Especially if your friends snub you and then just play it off like, no, it's not a snub, it's different. Like, dude, you're the one that fucking showed me snubbing, okay? So like, don't lie about it.
yeah,
But yeah, like stuff like that, just gamey stuff. I don't try to do gamey stuff. I only do gamey stuff to people that I think deserve it. Like just
yeah.
just bad. Someone that's like
You're trying to give like
someone
bad
that
karma back to people that have done bad shit, basically.
someone that deserves it. Only people that deserve it. That's how I troll as well. I'd say I'm a bit of a troll. I think troll gets thrown around and I think the term gets thrown in the dirt a little bit, but I think trolling is a great tool. It's a great tool. It's only benevolent trolling.
Yeah,
Only trolling to people that deserve it. Not just random innocents.
yeah,
None of that. People that have actively done sketchy shit, they should be trolled. Because those are the types of people that give the best reactions for trolls anyway. Like if you just troll a random guy and just fuck their day up, it's like, what the fuck? This is just fucked up. But if you fuck with somebody that's like
yeah,
they lose it. So it's awesome. And they deserve to lose it because they've it's ill-gotten gains. It's ill-gotten gains, in my opinion. That was a bit of a rant. I like doing these big weaves and then I bring it back.
yeah, yeah. That's fair. So I
I
think
do rant. I
the
do
main.
rant on interview.
Yeah, that's all. That's all good. That's what podcasts and interviews are for, anyway, is to just rant.
It is. It is for. It's for
So
my. It's to get ideas out.
the main part of why I wanted to interview you was in relation to another content creator in your space called eTurbo. So you recently exposed him in your content lawyer series, and he turned out to be a fraud. What kind of like tipped you off initially about eTurbo?
Well, I always kind of figured that he was weird. We all figured it with how he was acting in the beginning. I was friends with him. I wouldn't say good friends with him, but I was definitely acquainted. We had made a video together before. Obviously, he wanted to jump on because we both blew up at the same time, but I actually like was performing better. So obviously he wanted to jump on the bandwagon. And it was obvious from the day one that he's just in this for the money and the subs and the plaque. And it's despicable. He's done despicable things. He's done things I can't say on here because the people I had working for me are stupid and they couldn't get this proof, but I almost got proof of him doing something so despicable to me. I can't reveal it, but like all I can say is eTurbo is actually this is just what I believe. Genuinely. He's evil. He's an evil guy. He does this all for his own personal gain. I think he might be a sociopath, personally. So I always got that weird vibe from him. And, just over the last few months, we've just compiled all this stuff. And then I teased I'd make a video. And in response, he dropped this 60-page document or something like that. And I went through it on stream after I did the content lawyer. It's on my live channel,
Yeah, I was
actually.
in that, I think.
The full uncut recording of the stream. I read through it. It's just nonsense. He wrote it so long to depend on people not reading it all the way through and just assuming he was innocent.
Mm.
If you read through it, it is filled with strawmans and oxymorons. He contradicts himself multiple times. There's a few things he even admits to doing. He admitted in his own document to commenting on people's stuff on other accounts or commenting on his own channel on other accounts. I think a lot of the comments, the positive comments he gets, are just him on alt accounts.
That's crazy.
Which is like, this is sad. It's sad. And the fact this guy is almost at 100K is like, it's just, it shows how much YouTube as a platform, how much the bar has just been lowered. Like you could just post yourself taking a dump and people will somehow subscribe. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If you ask me, I think botting might be involved. He's like gotten botted before, and he always claims it's someone else. Like,
Hmm. He was
why
recently
haven't
botted
people
over
botted me?
100K.
He did. He did get botted over 100K. I think so this is just my personal opinion on that. I don't have proof, obviously. This is just what I saw that, and my first thought was he's he's just doing this. He's doing all this. This is all him. This is all done deliberately. He left his own docs on Doxman deliberately. He left it up so he could play victim. We tried to get it down for him way earlier, and he refused, and that led to damage that I'm not even aware of, because his info was just allowed to stay up because he was allowing it to be up. Like, this guy is a sociopath because that's his family, dude. And he's just gonna like, if I saw my mom's shit posted in my Discord, I would be locking the shit down, and I would be going, and I'd go to the police. I'd fucking put my house on a white. I'd do a bunch of stuff. I'd go and clear the data that's still left, even though, if data is leaked, it's leaked.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you wipe it, it's just out there. Thankfully, I've been fortunate, and thankfully none of that has happened to me yet. There's been attempts, and I do think the attempts were orchestrated by, I'm not going to say his name, but we both know who we're talking about here. I think he orchestrated it.
Allegedly.
We just always knew he was a greedy, despicable guy. He doesn't even care about pay to win. I mean, he was faking his own videos. He was collaborating with server owners, pay to win server owners, like people like the owner of Jackbox. He'd collab with them, 100%. He collabed with DeQuavius and defended DeQuavius'
Yeah.
server, and that was pay to win.
I want to
This
talk a
guy
bit.
isn't
I want to
a
talk a
pay to
bit.
winner.
Yeah, I want to talk a bit more about the DeQuavis stuff because you
Yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
that server had gambling-like mechanics on it, and it was clear that DeQuavis was only doing this for money and didn't care about anything involved.
absolutely.
eTurbo,
Absolutely.
what the situation is eTurbo is this guy that goes, I want to make Minecraft great again, I hate pay-to-win servers, but there's screenshots of him asking for media rank on DeQuavis' server, which is basically endorsing it and putting your name behind this, which, your audience, they see you
Yeah.
endorsing it, and you're a
No,
trustworthy
yeah.
figure. So I guess that my question was, what kind of how did that kind of unravel from him to, because what he said in his document was, the reason I endorsed that was because DeQuavis asked me, and he felt bad if he didn't take it. What's your take on that?
Well, if Duper Trooper asked me to jump off a bridge with him and I didn't, and he jumped off a bridge, I wouldn't feel bad for that, because why would, like, it takes two brain cells to fire for you to understand that you shouldn't collab with this guy. The problem is his ego is so inflated. He thinks he's God. He thinks he can do anything, and he does no wrong, and it's all everybody's fault. And going back to what he said, he wants to make Minecraft great again. I think if we want to actually make Minecraft great again, like he's claiming, the way we do it is him deleting his channel. That's my take. Minecraft will never be great if he's here, and I stand by that. And if he's always here, then it's not great because he's here. And it's just excuse after excuse from this guy. He takes no accountability for any of his actions. He could kill someone tomorrow and he'd say, "Oh, it was them." No, it was like, there's no excuse. And then you have his supporters, or I don't even know who. It might be him on his alt accounts. I don't even know. I don't even think he has supporters. But you have the people that support him or defend him or whatever. Oh, he's only 17. He's only 17. If I was 17 and I did this stuff, I would be hung in the street. I would have been lynched for anything even close to this. The magnifying glass on me has been way more intense than the magnifying glass on him.
Yeah.
And I think this excuse of his age is completely irrelevant. He's 17 years old. He's almost 18. When I was 17, I wouldn't do half the things he's done, and he's done so many horrible things I can't even mention because sadly we don't have proof, because he cleared the proof, he's wiped the proof, he's deleted evidence, he's deleted comments, he deletes dissent. He wants a personality cult. He wants people that only support. That's not how you succeed. The way you succeed is you surround yourself with people that tell you what's up, not yes men. I have people around me that tell me, hey, you're wrong. And if they tell me, then I know I'm wrong because I've got other people telling me. Because you need a third perspective sometimes.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that. He's pushed the third perspective away. He's completely shoved it away from himself because he can't accept the truth that he's a bad YouTuber.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I think when I had an email discussion with him that I shared with you and told him, it's not like I was leaking private messages. I told him in the email that any response I would share. He said that he didn't want to get in the call because he would make it look worse and that you were just trying to clip farm him. How do you respond to those criticisms where you say people, like, it's a criticism I get as well a lot, whereas like you're just creating drama in these videos for views? How do you respond to that?
Well, first of all, if we wanted views, we wouldn't be talking about this degenerate no life that no one cares about. Secondly, what was it? What was the other thing you said? I know you said people try to say this is for views. Look, if it was for views, we'd be making 20 videos on Dream. We wouldn't be making videos on eTurbo. I made a video. I spent so long on that video, and it low-key flopped, but I'm fine with it because enough people saw it. I didn't make that video for it to go big, but I would have liked for it to perform better than it did for the amount of work I put in. But it's no biggie. But yeah, that's a stupid argument. What was the other thing you said? I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought.
How do you respond to critics who say you're just making drama for views? Because eTurbo was also saying like you're clip farming him. You're only gonna make him look worse.
Okay, I remember. So yeah, if we wanted views, we'd be making videos on people that the public actually care about, not eTurbo, because no one actually cares about eTurbo because there's nothing to care about.
Yeah.
But as for him, I find that hilarious that he says, "Oh, you're just gonna make me look bad." He did an interview recently. It was only 20 minutes.
He also did the guy that had like 40 subscribers, and the interview wasn't.
Yeah, so
it wasn't like greatly cut up, and it felt rushed. But you know, he's a small creator, so I can't give him that much shit for it. But
he had that made. eTurbo had it made. It's a ploy. It's a stunt. The reason eTurbo won't do an interview isn't because we're gonna clip farm him and make him look bad. It's because he can't debate his points. He can't defend himself because he knows he's wrong. He's a liar. Pathologically, I think he's a liar. This guy can't defend his arguments. He's tried before and failed, and then he says we clip farm him. We're not clip farming you. We're just showing people, hey, this guy can't even argue his points. He's wrong. And it makes him look bad. Yeah. That's not us. That's you. That's on him. He's the one making himself look bad because he can't even debate. He can't debate me. And I'm going to be so honest. I'm not the best debater. Yeah. I've probably lost debates before. I won't confirm nor deny because honestly, I don't remember. But I don't, like, obviously, I haven't lost a debate so bad. Like, if I had lost a debate really bad, like, I don't think I'd be sitting here. It would have, like, there would have been a delay on the blow up, probably, I think, or something. I don't know. But what I do know is that the reason he says that, it's just another excuse, another straw man, because he can't defend his points because his points are completely nonsensical. They're nonsense. I mean, you can see it in his own document. He literally contradicts himself. He has multiple oxymorons within the document. There's multiple things that I didn't even bring up that he admits to, which is hilarious, like the accounts, the multiple accounts commenting. Like, he's commented on my channel probably 100 times on alts, just trying to, like, stop the curve, because his sub count was curved. It wasn't like tanked like it was before, which I thought was kind of interesting, because before it was that little Dick Wavius video, and at the end I'm like unsubscribed from each, and then everyone did. But I made a whole fucking expose, and it like barely it did decrease his sub count by 90%. I think it would have tanked him. The only reason it didn't is because he had a video do very well recently and he got a lot of daily subs from it. But after my video came out, his daily subs dropped by like 90%. So I think the tank the turbo thing was working, and also about that, because I've gotten some flack for telling people to unsubscribe from him, because that is an unorthodox. You don't see that often. You don't see a YouTuber say unsubscribe from this guy. But this is the instance where I think it's justified, because if you look at all, this kid is literally going to destroy himself if we don't, like, I'm pretty much trying to take the gun away from him before he blows his own head off, because he's going to. He is going to have a royal fuck up in the future. It's going to actually completely desecrate everything he's built, and he's going to lose his mind 100%. And I think he needs to get off the internet, and I don't think he can handle the responsibility of being a YouTuber, because he can't handle the platform. He abuses it. He does Discord raids. He does all these horrible things. He sends people to like, he's just done so much stuff. It's just, there's so much stuff I could bring up, but I don't want to chew your ear off too much. But it's just ridiculous. All the defenses like for him are just, it's the most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that's enough e-turbo chat. We talked about that
For real.
15 minutes or so, and I'm
That's
gonna
good.
try my best to have a chat with him. I doubt that it's in his best interest.
He won't.
But because
it would be.
the problem is
It would
with
be.
this documentary that's pissed me off the most is I'm trying to like give benefit of the doubt to some server owners, but none of them want to talk to me, whereas everyone else on the other side is like, yeah, we'll talk to you, we've got problems, we want to solve them, but the other side just doesn't want to, and I find that frustrating. Some people also argue that pay-to-win servers are just part of the game's economy. How do you draw the line between monetization and exploitation?
Well, first of all, I understand that servers need to make money. I hosted a server. Look, I've been doing, like, I don't think people understand how long I've actually been on this website. I've been around way longer than everyone else that we've discussed, I think. Everybody. I made my account in 2015. August of 2015. I did my first upload though in 2016. But still, that's a long time. I had a server. I had a whole server at one point. It was an unturned server, but I had a whole server. And yeah, that's not as large scale as these big Minecraft servers, but it's a similar system. So I understand that servers have to make money. I understand hosting can be a little bit expensive, but there definitely is a Goldilocks zone that can be reached, a nice balance where servers can make enough money to run. You don't need to be greedy and make millions of dollars, okay? You will have a way more successful business model of customer satisfaction and fair pricing and fair gameplay than you will with whatever the fuck these servers are doing. And gambling should just not be allowed in games at all, I don't think. Any game a kid has access to, there shouldn't be gambling. And I'm not against gambling. I think adults and people of age, wherever that may be, because the laws are different in every country, but people should be allowed to do what they wish. That's what I believe. I believe anybody has the right to do whatever makes them happy. If it makes you happy gambling all your money away, that's fine. But it shouldn't be in video games, and it shouldn't be around children, because that's what creates a addiction. That's what creates, like, this is a problem. This is a societal issue. I mean, we have people like Drake, like, promoting steak. Like, what is, like, I've low-key gotten off hip-hop a little bit, because it's just it just turned so scammy recently. Like, I just don't rock with it. I went back, like, this is a greater issue that I want to fix. But for now, I just have to focus on what I can fix. And what I can fix is I already fixed Unturned. believe it or not. The fix was reverted because the owner is like, sorry, I'm trying to make sure it's centered so it's good. The owner of Unturned is like, he's an idiot himself. He fixed pay to win. I talked to him, got an interview with him. I had pay to win removed from Unturned free to play. One of the biggest games on Steam. That was my first like major win in this like thing I'm doing. Now I'm trying to help with the Minecraft pay to win. I actually want to see it get resolved. I'll be honest, I think a lot of creators in the scene, a little bit, I don't think fully. eTurbo for sure. But as for everybody else, I feel like there might be a 20% with this. For me, it's 0%. Some of them, I think they're complicit with it remaining because they can continue making content. But I don't see it that way. I think this needs to be fixed as soon as it can, and everyone needs to work together. I mean, I would like to organize like I want to call it like I don't want to sound corny, but I wanted to organize like a council of people that where we all like all the major anti-pay to winners, and we can just organize in there. It would be like a Discord server. I wanted to do this. I might still do it. We'll see. I don't know. No one's I don't think I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one really taking it serious, and everyone else is just kind of dicking around a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's not a diss. None of this is a diss. This is just like this is just how I see it. And I'm not mad at these people because I get it, but in my point of view, this needs to be fixed immediately. And as of right, like I'm gonna keep raising awareness. I'm gonna do what I can do. I'm gonna try and build this platform I have up as high as it can go so that I can get up to the highest levels of power to try to fix this. Like I would like to speak in front of the United States Congress about this problem. I'd like to speak to any government representative, somebody that would be able to actually implement changes, at least in the states. And then from there, because if something was implemented in the states, then I think it would be something that could be implemented globally, because you've got the European Union, they don't allow crates. They don't allow crate gambling. I don't think they allow CSGO crates, right? I don't believe so. I believe that's something that is restricted. We should have that. There should be a restriction because kids have access to it. Whether or not you support these servers or not, whether or not you want them to make money, kids have access to gambling. And this isn't okay because typically when you enter a casino, they ask for an ID. You don't ask for an ID to join a Minecraft server, and we shouldn't. And I don't think anything on the internet should ask for an ID personally, because that's weird. I don't like, because I feel like that's government overreach, and I don't agree with that. But I think there needs to be something. We need to do something about this. And I see the only practical, easy solution is just make a rule. No gambling, no crates, no loot boxes, none of that in games. None of it. That's what I think should happen. So that's my thoughts on that. Sorry if that was a fucking long ass. I do I told you, I do these big weaves.
That's good. I appreciate what you were saying, and I like letting people kind of like just speak their mind a bit on these.
Yeah,
Games.
that's good. Well, that's good.
What I've sort of noticed as well, I spoke with Kian yesterday through an interview as well about this, and
He's a good guy.
yeah, he was telling me, so in Minecraft's contractual EULA, they state no like content surrounding gambling, but there's a massive problem where it's everywhere. Like a 10-year-old can easily find their favorite YouTuber promoting a server.
Yeah.
Like I saw Lachlan, Vicstar, like all these massive YouTubers endorse Preston Plays Cosmic PvP for an example, which is insanely pay to win and was even shut down originally, and now they're back. But they're still back.
Wow.
They're still operating the exact same as what they were in, but when they were previously shut down. So I kind of wanted to ask you: have you noticed any actual change in the Minecraft server scene since you started this kind of content?
Well, I'd like to start by saying I think those guys you mentioned that are promoting that server, I think they're crooks for that. And I think a lot of big creators on the scene are all crooks, and I'll gladly say it and I'll drop names. I don't care. And if they want to fight me on that, they can. But I have seen change. We have brought change actually. Sunday, one of the biggest YouTubers in the history of the game, I think that's a reasonable claim. In the history of the entire
He's got
game,
like 10 million
he's one of
views.
the biggest. 10 mil, that's a lot of people. A lot of people. There's some countries that don't even have that many people. The state I live in, I don't think has 10 million people. It's a lot of people. A lot of people see his content. He had a server that was pay to win. Me and Mr. Epic made videos about it. He saw them both. Clearly, he saw mine because my thumbnails were in his thumbnail, both of them, and I only made 2 videos. I felt it was kind of fucked up. I'm like, you're robbing Epic. He made way more content than I did, but I'm guessing my content was the thing that
Your
set him
one
over
kind of
the edge about
yours
responding
got like
because
a
I'm
million
way
views.
more. Well, not only that, Epic got way more views than me, but it's just my content is so much more provocative than Mr.
Mm.
Epic. Mr. Epic is a way more neutral reporter. While I am a reporter, I would say that, but I I give an opinion. I give an opinion. I state a case. I'll say, I don't care who it is. If someone's a crook, a crook. If someone's a crook, I'll say it. That guy's a crook. Doesn't matter who it is. I don't care about the repercussions. If you're a crook, you're a crook, and you should be exposed for it.
Yeah.
Sunday removed gambling from his server, and this is one of the big victories we've seen. So I think there is change. He made a great example for all these other server owners, and I think all the server owners listen because I know a lot of them will watch this because a lot of them love glazing me specifically because a lot of them are mad at me because I actually am I think recently in the last few years, and I'm not trying to downplay anyone else's exploits or videos, but I'm just saying just de facto I've done the most damage to servers. I've crashed. I do zergs. This wasn't even a thing people were really doing in Minecraft. It may have been a thing in the past, but it was definitely not a thing that you see because it is a very provocative way of doing content for sure. You get like 300 people to join this server and then you all like say, "Yo, this server is a pay to win, dude." In the chat, they have to block the chat. The amount of people that join itself crashes the server. You don't even need a method. If you get enough people to join the server, that alone crashes it because of all the new chunks and all these things. So they've got it out for me for sure. And I know they're going to see this. If you just make a server that's nice and fair with no gambling, you will have players. In fact, you will probably have more players that way than with the ways they're doing it now because the scene that the community hosted servers for Minecraft, right? It's a great system. I don't think Mojang should host official servers. I don't want their hands on multiplayer. They will ruin it. What I will say though is that they are responsible for what goes on in their game, whether or not they're hosting the server or not. They have rules that say no gambling, but gambling is allowed. So what is it?
Yeah,
Is
it's
there
basically
gambling or
pay
is
to
there no
win.
gambling? This lawsuit that Kian is filing is one of the most valid lawsuits I've ever seen towards a company, and I fully support it. And like, if I could donate more money to the fundraiser, I would. He's doing a great thing. He's doing a service to everybody in this community, and I'd like to end this off by saying there's been a lot of people critical of Kian, and I don't know how much I can say because I am in touch with him and I do get updates and a lot of the stuff is private. But what I will say this, hopefully I don't get in trouble, but this is something I believe some people need to know about, at least somewhat. They need to have an idea. Mojang is in bed with a lot of fucking people that make content. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I've heard those similar allegations, and I believe Keen kind of brought it up in your podcast as well with him. Um, I guess I'll end this off sort of with this last question. So, if this documentary picks up, which I think it will, because a lot of people don't know how serious this problem is, and I think your videos are good, but it doesn't really like showcase just how serious it is, because a lot of people just think, oh, they're just kind of like trolling around on these servers. And I think in a documentary style format, it'll highlight that a bit more. And I believe if this blows up similar to the Caleb is Salty thing, where he exposed kids' content and Mojang sees it,
Yeah, dude.
what message would you give to Mojang and the server owners today as a final send off?
The gambling has to stop. I personally will not stop until it's over. I will not stop until the gambling is over. I will not leave. I will not bow. I will not surrender to anybody. I don't care what is done to me personally. I don't care how many things I read or how many horrible things are sent, or even if I get threatened. I don't care. I'm not going to stop until this is over. So, look, if this lawsuit, God forbid, if this lawsuit fails, God forbid, hopefully it doesn't. I don't think it will. But if it does, they still have to deal with me, and I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So that's what I would like to say to Mojang and all these server owners. Listen, okay, if you want to continue doing this, that's fine. But you're going to have somebody that's always going to be looking over your shoulder, and you're always going to have somebody calling it out because it's bullshit. You all know it's bullshit because it's a greed-based thing. They're allowing it because it's great for the game. A lot of servers up, a lot of players online. That's what they want. They don't care about the consequences of their actions. And that's why these companies need to be held accountable, whether that's done federally or out third party. We don't know what will happen. All I do know, though, is I'm not going to stop talking about it myself. And like I said earlier, I want to go in front of Congress about this. I will do it. I will make it happen. So you've got the countdown until then. If you fix it, I won't have to do that. But I'm probably going to. In fact, I might even do it anyway, because if I went to Congress, I wouldn't just be talking about Minecraft pay to win, by the way. It would be the entire problem of gambling in video games as a whole. Every game that has crates. Gambling, every game. They're all on my list. If I go in front of Congress, I will bring it up. I'm not going to stop. So that's my message to Mojang and these server owners. This little thing you guys are trying to cover up and like push under the rug, and you're trying to make sure no one knows about it, people are going to know. Millions of people are going to know, and millions of people are going to be upset with you. And what would make you guys look good is if you admitted you were wrong and just moved on and fixed it. But the reason that they don't do that is because it leaves them vulnerable to criticism, and it's because it leaves them vulnerable to legal battles like the one they're going to have to fight against Kian. Because even with the backing of like a multi-billion, probably even trillion-dollar corporation, Microsoft, they've still got the most incompetent people working at Mojang. I mean, they have all these things written out. Like, it was only a matter of time before somebody sued them, because they've laid out an entire case for somebody to pick up. It was a whole case laid out. They have it written they have it written on the website. No gambling. You go on any Minecraft server, there's crates, there's gambling.
Yeah.
So it's if they are, I hope it's just ignorance. If they know about this and are complicit, they're crooks. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So that's my message to them. I appreciate you giving me the time. Sorry if I was yapping a lot.
That's all good, man. That's
It's
good.
just,
I think it's a good time to end because my parents have just got back home as well, so there was a bit of noise.
all right, good.
I appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna be spending
Yes, sir.
a lot
Thank
of
you.
the next week editing this up together. The script is so fucking long, but you've added a lot to it as well, which I really appreciate. And I appreciate
No,
your
I'm no
insights.
problem, man. No problem whatsoever. Anytime.